Say What They Can't Radio.
Welcome to the Now What podcast. I'm your host, Tasha Monique, and let me introduce my guest. This is episode 15 titled The Grass is Greener.
I like that.
Pyro.
I like that.
And Lisa Marshall.
In the building.
Hey. Welcome, guys.
Thank you for having us.
All right. Y'all said, ooh, y'all like that title, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get into it. How did y'all meet?
You want to take that?
No, I think you should take it.
But how did we meet the first time?
Oh,
Because
it's multiple times?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
So like
me back.
the first time we met, it was actually on a humble. A friend of mine, we were on our way to a party. He asked me to pick up a girl who he had just met, and she was with her.
Yeah.
And
It was
we
a
got
very
in the
close
car,
friend.
and she was stush as shit as hell.
So the
Lisa
story
like
goes,
that.
right?
She's
So the
real
story
stush.
goes.
And I was looking in the back seat. I glanced in the back seat and saw her attitude and ain't really pay her no mind. She ain't pay me no mind either. Like,
Thank you for saying that,
did.
right?
it was just one of those things. We ain't pay each other no mind. We was all on some,
Get to the party.
Okay.
Get to the party. We got to the party. It was on the way home.
Mm-hmm.
And then we was getting out. We was on the way home still. I'm just vibing with my boy. She's vibing with her peoples. And then she was getting out the car. And I happened to look out the car. And I was like, oh, damn.
Oh, wait. Did you see the rest of it? What happened? Like,
And I just saw the body. Like,
right.
oh.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. I was like, oh, wait a minute. That was all night in the party with us. And I just started to pursue after that. And it was a hard pursuit. And then
What year was this?
I
Oh
don't
my
even
gosh.
know.
Yeah,
I
like,
was-
what year?
I have no idea.
I couldn't.
90s?
Yeah, it was in the
2000s.
maybe
No, it was
early 2000s.
Okay.
Yeah, early
Yeah.
2000s. And then she wound up moving to
Florida.
Florida.
Oh,
And-
man, you were how was Florida?
Florida was nice. I lived there for about 6 years.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
enjoy Florida? Okay.
Yeah.
she-
Carry on,
And
Pyro.
then it was
Okay.
over.
Okay.
Had to
Yeah,
come
she-
back
Then you
home.
was like, all right.
I moved there too young.
Okay.
Like
Okay,
it was
so-
all done.
Okay.
Miami, Tampa, and then it's like, all right, let's
Oh.
get back to New York.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep. It's
But I
So-
used to see Mike.
all the time.
That was the first time. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
right. But in between, it's just so like coincidental. Like everywhere we went, and we just bump into each other in different states. Not
Right.
like
Oh,
she lives in
word?
Florida, I live in New York. And we
Uh-huh.
just bump into each other different places all the time. And just be like, oh damn. And
What
then
you doing here?
oh shit, and then
what, like random events or
yeah.
just, wow.
yeah, mostly
Wow.
Caribbean events,
Because we're both West Indian,
Because we
so-
both West
I
Indians.
wasn't
so like,
sure if you
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
or not. So
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
what's
she's
your
Ghanaian.
background?
So I was born here, of
Okay.
course, but first generation. But my mom and my dad, my whole family is from Guyana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
So we're
Pyro?
Guyanese.
Trini,
yeah, my
okay.
family's Trini. So
Okay.
so then fast forward, in between we lived life. We grew up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I had a kid.
He
You had a kid.
I had a kid. I had two
Mhm.
actually, and
I got married.
Oh.
I got
divorced.
married, all that.
Right.
Oh, wait, listen.
So-
Okay, I'm here for it. So
Right.
this was round one. Y'all met.
Got a baby father.
All of that.
Oh,
Left
I got a
him.
baby daddy too. Okay.
And then I wound up, hitting a single scene, and I was single for like 10 years.
What?
Yeah, because I basically, I started young, obviously. So with my kids and my marriage and stuff, so I started young. So, from like age of like 30 or something like that, like I was, single, and then we just happened to meet on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So this is round two.
Round two.
This is round two.
How it
By
happened,
then,
happened.
So Lisa, let me.
yeah. So
okay.
by the time Mike and I reconnected, I had a 6-year-old. Or was he 5 at the time?
I think he was younger. He was
He was about 5 or 6 at the time, and I had dropped a book, right, doing podcasts.
Uh-huh.
And I'll never forget, I was coming in to do like a Valentine's Day podcast or whatever. And his show was before the show that I was going to be featured on.
Okay.
And I recognized him immediately. I mean, it's Mike.
That's
It's Mike, right?
Random.
And I was like, Mike, right? And he was like, Lisa. It took him a minute because my hair, I had an afro then.
Okay.
Like I was a little different. But we decided to go out that
night.
day. Well, yes, that night. And that was Valentine's Day, and that the rest is history. We've been
Oh my
connected ever since.
gosh. So I guess it was meant to be at this
No,
point.
absolutely,
It was
because there
meant-
was a 10-year gap from when we ended it the first time
Uh-huh.
and when we reconnected. But I
So-
will tell you, and I say
Yes,
this all
do
the
tell.
time, when I dated Mike, like in my 20s, I knew like he was my person, like period. But there was like complications, and I was young and cute, and I wasn't, being second or,
Okay.
and we let it go, but it came back. So when it did
Mhm.
come back, I was like, there's no hesitation. Like it's
So
meant to
my
be.
title is actually perfect for y'all in this episode. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Right.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. So y'all dated in the 20s, took a pause and break in the 30s. Is that what happened?
And then we reconnected. I was in my 30s.
And
He's a
then
little older than me,
reconnected.
so he was pushing 40.
Old head. Okay.
Yeah. I wasn't 40 yet, but I was pushing it.
Oh my gosh.
It was
Okay.
dope.
That's great. So how long have the two of you been married?
We just had our 5-year anniversary.
Mhm.
5-year anniversary.
Yes,
We celebrated
black
that.
love, black love.
Yes.
You know,
Yes,
it was
yes.
dope.
Okay.
It's dope to see stuff. Your dreams come to fruition. Because like even when getting married, like we had a plan.
Uh-huh.
Like on our 5th year, even though we had homes and stuff like that, it was like we had family homes and things like that.
Okay.
That we were like when we get our own home with no
Mhm.
attachments,
Right.
we're gonna have our 5-year there as in a housewarming
Okay.
combined, and we did that,
That's what's
and it was
up.
just nice to sit back. I had a moment there where I kind of got
Did you
emotional.
tear up?
I teared up a little
He
bit.
did.
I teared up
Everybody
a
was
little bit.
coming. He was like, "Your husband
Aw.
crying."
It
I'm
was
like,
just to
"What?"
stand back and watch all the family and watch everything. It was a nice moment. It
Yeah.
was beautiful.
Good.
Yeah.
A lot of hard work goes into it. It's not easy. The
I'm
grass,
sure.
the grass ain't always greener, but you got to work to keep that grass green. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So
I like
I
that.
think the grass is greener on the other side, depending on how you look at it. We're going to get into that.
right.
So, you guys both shared that you were married before.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
I did not know that. So, second time around, is this marriage better than your first?
Well, absolutely, no question.
100%.
1,000. Like it's different, and
See,
it's no
that's that greener grass.
and it's
right?
no disrespect to anything previous before that. It's
Mhm.
just we in different places in our life.
Mhm.
I'm
Right.
more mature.
At what age did you get married the first time?
I was like 23, 4.
Oh, do you think you
Something
were
like that.
ready?
Hell no. I know I
okay.
wasn't ready.
Mhm.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I know that for a fact I wasn't ready. As it's time to do grown-up things, I wasn't ready to do grown-up things. I
Mhm.
still was living my life.
Right.
So I wasn't ready. And that's just it. One thing that came out of it, I got 2 beautiful children who I
Mhm.
love to death.
From your first marriage.
From
Okay.
my first marriage. So, and what my baby girl just graduated high school. She's going to college on a scholarship. Like
Congrats,
Yes,
Kyla.
Yeah.
I see it on social media. Yes,
You
to
know,
the
so-
powerful black family.
Yeah.
And how was your experience?
So
with your
I got
first
married
marriage?
even younger. I was about 22, 23, like
Oh.
straight out of college.
Uh-huh.
My college sweetheart. And that marriage lasted probably maybe 8 months.
Oh,
It was a mess. It really was. And I think he was a little bit more serious than I was
okay.
about it. So, and I remember the
Taking
day I was like, I
ownership?
can't do
Okay.
this because here's why I couldn't do this. This
Tell
is how
me.
young-minded I was. He was like, all right, we married. Okay, I want to go back to school and get my bachelor's. So I'm gonna go back to school and work and you just hold it down in the house. You know what I'm saying? And I was
Uh-huh.
like, oh hell no. I need to be out and about. But what he was trying to do in hindsight, right,
Right.
is
Mhm.
just take turns
Mm-hmm.
on the higher education and who was gonna do what.
Right.
And I just was not having it, and it just didn't work out. I was like, I gotta go. And then, so that's not my child's father, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So I have a baby father, I do, and that was a mess. That was a mess. And it didn't work out either.
Girl.
But you know what it is? It's a lot of maturing, right?
Mhm.
So when this time around, years later, getting married in my 30s, it's you just know what you want,
Mhm.
and you know what's important. I had a child at that time. So it was just a different level of values
Right.
and characteristics that you look for in a partner that I found I was lucky enough, because it's hard out here right now. I've listened to
telling
stories.
me, girl, I know the streets are not kind.
And it's like, I barely made it. You know what I'm saying? I did. I was like, oh, just by chance bumping into someone that I had history with, right? So it didn't take long for us to date, get engaged, and get married. That was all in a span of about 3 years.
I love that you just shared that, because that was one of my questions. Like, how do you feel about circling the block? Because technically,
well, for us, it was
I was in love with him. I was.
It was different with circling the block, because I would say we never really broke up in a way.
Y'all was still together all that time.
Right, in a way.
There was no bad blood.
She was cheating on me for 6 years with somebody else. I had a baby. But you know what I'm saying? Like, she moved. And if she didn't move, who knows what would have happened? You know what I'm saying? Because we was really like that. So and then
did y'all keep in touch?
No,
during that time?
We just happened to bump into each other.
Was born during that time, and when Facebook was born, after a couple of years of Facebook, she reached out to me on Facebook, and I was like, oh shit, that was one time, and then we just kept bumping into each other. Even the day when she's talking about when we did the podcast, the funny thing is, I was the only single person on the panel because we had like a 6-man team at that time.
Oh God, here we go. He's gonna tell this. Go ahead, tell it.
You
fiending?
Tell it. It was
a
Valentine's Day episode. They set me up with a date, so I had a date for that night.
Oh, you did?
I did.
No, he didn't. He didn't have no date.
I didn't go. Because when she came in,
didn't have a date.
Bumped into Lisa.
It was a wrap.
She came in for the next.
Somebody up.
I did. So
I'm just saying.
She
Oh no!
Yeah, it was. We was like, so we met him. I was like, oh shit! And the funny thing is, I told the person, I was like, yo, this is the girl I was supposed to marry. Wow, right? Didn't I say that? Remember?
You said it to the room.
To the room.
Yeah,
I said it to the room, and I was like, this is the girl I'm supposed to marry. It's like, wow. So we exchanged information, and afterwards we called when the show was over. He's like, yo, let's link up tonight.
I want to know what happened to the girl that you stood up. Did she call you? No, she was just like, fuck you. Okay.
Nah. It's actually No, it
doesn't even matter.
It didn't
right?
I don't think it mattered that much though. I honestly,
Okay.
I don't think.
Right.
So
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. So both of you guys have children, right? But none together.
no.
How is the relationship with your stepchildren? Especially being that Pyro children.
I think it's a work in progress, and it has been. When they were younger, I think it was easier, and now that they're teenagers and young adults, graduated college and living on their own, having their own life, it's harder to build a connection.
Right.
But I'm gonna keep trying, and it's decent. I don't say that like it's not good, but when I think about the relationship that he has with my son, that's his dad.
Because he's a lot younger.
Exactly.
Right.
So I'm just working on just being a friend.
Yeah.
And that takes a lot of effort given the fact that they have their own lives now, right?
It's
they
different.
moved on, right?
So you're learning like the new them, because once they start thinking for themselves, they become young adults and adults. You're just like, who is this person?
That's
right.
This is
right.
not little so-and-so. No.
Exactly.
And it happened overnight. Yep.
So his daughter came and she stayed with us for about a week, and it was like really nice. I was like, oh my God, I got to have like some time. So little by little,
Do you guys want like
we would
kids
love
together?
To.
Like,
If that's in the cards, and we would love it,
okay.
for it to happen. We're not against it at all.
Okay.
I don't care what age it is.
It.
You know what I'm saying? We're not practicing safe sex and nothing like that. Like,
damn.
If it was if it's
old
in the cards,
business.
like I say this because at one point I really, really did want us to have a child together. And then I had to, I went to the point, I'm not setting myself up for no type of disappointment because, as we get older, it's harder, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like, if it's in the cards, great. That's a blessing from God. And if it's not, it just wasn't meant to be. We got the 3 that we have, plus, the new addition to our family, the little puppy that I said I would never have. We got that. And, so that is what it is. But we would love
dog,
to. Huh? Not really, but yeah.
Okay. So, what do you guys love the most about being married?
I love the security that I feel in
Mhm.
marriage. Like I don't have to think about dating and texting and what does this mean? And can you believe like I just have a partner
Mhm.
now, a life
Mhm.
partner that I could build with.
Uh-huh.
And Mike is like I'm the dreamer, right? And he's more to the ground. So I think that we balance each other out. And because of that, we're able to move
Okay.
quite quickly, you
Mhm.
know, with a vision and the plan. I'm the vision, he's the plan. So
Got
I
it.
really love that. And the fact that I get to sleep with somebody every night, that's a nice feeling too.
Yes, yes, I'm sure it is. Mike, what do you love about being married?
The same thing. I love the security. I love you know, the way my life was structured is I started life off fast
Mhm.
and had a lot of responsibilities early, and then I did my single thing for a while, and all of that was nice. But it's nothing like the feeling that I have now. Like I'm living my absolute best life
Facts.
right now. Period.
I
Point
love
blank.
that.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
love to hear that.
Yeah, I love the security. I love my wife. I love our team work. I
Mhm.
love the way we make it work.
Mhm.
Not everything is peaches and creams. You
No.
got to go through the rough times, but we figured out a way kind of to navigate through those patches.
Mhm.
Even on the rough times, it's we always find a way to come through it and get through it and ultimately come to the same sum. So
That's good.
that's dope.
Mhm.
So, Lisa, how would you finish the sentence? If I ever found out my husband was
If I ever found out my husband was, I don't know. Let me see. I don't want to make him upset. Like if I ever found out my husband was like hiding money,
I knew you. I was thinking that girl, like
that would be a serious issue for me.
Mm.
Oh,
A serious issue.
Okay.
I don't go to the cheating. Like I don't like he's
Okay.
not that person, but
Oh, shit. Yo,
Ask
watch.
him.
How would you?
Transfer that money over, son. Transfer that money over.
Don't be hiding their funds, okay?
Right.
How would you finish this sentence? Same thing. If I ever found out my wife was.
If I ever found out my wife had a work husband, I'm blowing the whole fucking office up.
We spoke about that. Listen,
That's
it's
it.
not okay. You can't have a work
If they're
husband
gay,
or a
it's
work
okay.
Nah,
If they're
nah,
gay,
nah,
it's okay,
nah.
right?
They pretend until
wife.
it's
Ooh,
time.
you think so?
They be pretending.
Listen, because they be fluid, right? Now they fluid all of a
Right,
sudden,
right.
Right. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
yeah. I get you on that one.
Yep.
Yes.
Nope.
Yeah. What's on your marriage bucket list? Oh, y'all must
Marriage
spoke
bucket
about
list.
this
I mean,
already.
of course, vacations,
Uh-huh.
Yep.
What else is on our marriage bucket list, Mike?
Mostly it's just vacations.
Just vacations.
Yeah, it's just vacations. I mean, we want to go to some crazy places, but we have a bucket list of vacation places that we want to go
Okay,
to.
like
We'll
I'm
keep
thinking
it
of
there.
one. Right, got it. Okay, I know what you're thinking without you
Yeah.
already saying it. Okay. What qualities did Lisa possess in order for you to ask her hand in marriage?
Oh, that's a good one. I want to hear
Wow.
this.
Okay, so what qualities does she possess? She's driven,
Mhm.
beautiful,
Mhm.
intelligent.
Uh-huh.
She is like me. You meet a lot of dreamers, right? And
Mhm.
people dream their entire life. But when you dream and execute, that's a different story.
That's-
And she's
yeah.
a dreamer and an executor.
Mhm.
And I'm the same way. So even though I take longer,
Mhm.
Mhm.
I definitely take longer and everything, you know what I'm saying? But those are great qualities. And and my partner, she listened, we connected, we could be friends, we could talk about a lot of things,
I like that.
things like that. So those are things that just let me know,
That's what did it for you.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Lisa, do you pray for your husband?
I thought about this question and the answer is yes. The short answer is yes. I pray for my husband. I mean, do I wake up every day and just thank God and I don't do that because my train of thought when it comes to prayer. It's like every thought that you have is a prayer, essentially. Do I think about my husband and wish for his best all day long? Absolutely. Absolutely. If something is going on heavy, I might, like bend a knee and really take it home. But yeah, I would love for us to start praying together. That's something that could be a marriage goal, like in front of each other, you know? But I don't know. It's something about that's a little,
that would be dope.
Awkward for me, but we can work on it.
Okay.
For sure.
I do every day.
Oh, I love it.
Every day, every morning, in the afternoon, and the night. I just got that from my grandmother. So my grandmother passed away. I just feel like somebody in my family have to be the prayer warrior. And I'm pretty sure there's a couple others, but I just do it. It's just something I got to do when I wake up in the morning, especially a lot of times. I don't sleep the greatest. So sometimes I wake up grumpy. So I'll purposely just close my eyes and just for a minute and then wake back up over praying, grateful. And it starts my day better. So, and it always starts with a prayer for my wife and I.
I like that. Pyro, what are the top 2 things Lisa does that get on your nerves all of the damn time?
Oh, specifically?
Just give me 2 of them.
Oh, specifically? She's gonna say that.
Yes. That's gonna be one.
Let me see. My wife is very defensive. Right. But I've learned to navigate that. Like she's a very defensive person in all, it don't matter if it's work, personal, home, it don't matter where. She's defensive first before she's going to come back around. That's what you got to, realize you just got to navigate through. But she's defensive. That's one. And 2, my wife, I'm not gonna get too specific, right? But she has things that annoys her, and she tells me that they annoy her. I make a mental note to never do these things. I tell my wife that these things annoy me, and she does them things more. And I feel like sometimes
she's not playing fair.
Right. I feel like, I think sometimes, you do this shit on purpose. That's and that's it. That's the 2 things.
All right. So my turn.
Same
so it's my turn. Okay. Very simple. And it's going to sound like a very simple thing, but it drives me up a wall. My husband has an issue with paper towels.
I'm a paper towelholic.
Okay. Throughout the house, there is balls of paper towels
I'm
just
use them later.
around the house.
Oh,
I'm a paper. My name
so
is Pyro.
Annoying. I can't take it. I cannot, because I'm like, what's on the paper towel? What are you doing on the paper towel? Should I pick it up? Is it gonna be wet? It's just a lot, right? So the paper towel thing.
He's snatching 4 pieces at a time.
The way he pronounces some words. Okay, so just a little background. Before I got my business degree, I was a major in English. So it's very important to me that you get the word right. So this specific thing that he does when it should be specific. Oh my gosh. I'm like, please
and probably
do not say this word at a work event. Please don't do it. Please don't do it, because I will be thoroughly embarrassed. So that is just 2 of the things that just 2.
Okay.
I'll leave it there.
That wasn't so bad. I hoard paper towel too, just
No, I'm definitely a paper towel holic. My name is Pyro. I need help. I'll take a paper towel, literally have a paper towel in my left hand, just dry my hand, put my hand back under the thing, and take another paper towel.
Yeah,
hilarious. What's your deal?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Do either of you believe that you should have counseling even though you're not in turmoil?
Yes. Absolutely.
It depends on who the counselor is for me. I want to know where you coming from. What's your perspective? Are you giving advice? Are you just listening? I like counseling with friends that know us and know our marriage rather than a professional counselor.
That was my next question. My follow-up question. That's really, really good. I wanted to know if you guys had a good support system.
I try to. I'm more open speaking about our marriage and what we're going through to friends, because I've just grown like that. My friends I've had since we were 10, so we've
single friends or married friends?
They're both, but I don't go to my single friends for advice. They don't got nothing to tell me. Really and truly, they don't.
Learn that now.
What you mean now?
Now.
That's not true.
Yeah.
I go to
well, why not?
no,
Like,
my friends, you know, a couple of them
she
has
has
been
to
married
learn
for
that.
20
right now,
plus
you
years.
not going to them with none of your.
No, I mean, I go to my single friends if I'm just feeling a little spicy. Like, I'm like, you know what? I got to get out. He needs to be missing me a little bit.
Oh,
But I'm
snap.
not going to take advice, you know? I
But
won't
what
do
if
that.
they were married before?
I mean,
Big question mark.
yeah,
I mean, they
that's a
not no
question.
more, right? No. But
But we are divorced too,
Right,
you
right.
know?
Don't
Like,
do that
stop
to
it.
no, I'm kidding. I'm look, I'm a jokester. I'm fucking
I
around.
like to open up dialogue
Look,
between friends.
you know what? I honestly, single friends, married friends, it just depends on the head on your shoulders.
Mhm.
Because she has some great friends who single, who just have better heads on their shoulders. Then there's other friends who single who, you know what I'm saying, I don't really fuck with like that.
They be in the streets.
Right. It's the same thing. And I'm pretty sure it's the same thing, vice
Mhm.
versa. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we keep very tight circles too. So it's very easy for us with that because our circles are very tight and it's the same
Mhm.
people. And it's been the same people since I first go around to this go around. So
Okay.
you know,
They know the history, they know the love, you know? So I don't think any of our friends will encourage us to like leave each other. You know, oh,
Okay.
girl, you
Work
gotta
it
leave
out,
him.
yeah.
Right.
You know what? I've been hearing that a lot recently. People saying, like, listen, if you have your person, you're married, stay in that damn relationship and work
Right.
it out because
It's crazy.
it's really
look,
crazy.
you stay and work it out if it's happy. If it's not happy, you don't. I'm a divorce, so I can. I'm divorcee. She's a divorce. You can never tell somebody to stay in something if you're not happy. That's the thing. Don't stay and torture each other. Bounce, because life is great. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Once
what
you
we
find your
did. Like life is
person.
great. Like
it
life
goes
can
both
be happy.
ways, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But you go through like you
Ebbs
know,
and
it's
flows.
a roller coaster.
It's a
Like
roller
you're not
coaster.
always happy all the time.
no,
like in your
absolutely not.
relationship.
Absolutely
like,
not.
mhm,
And then and like I said, I was single for like 10 years.
mhm.
You know, and that was 10 years I enjoyed because it was the first time in my life I got to live by myself and I became a man.
Mhm.
And,
I'm sure he
and,
did enjoy that.
and those things. Yeah, I definitely, you know what I'm
Like,
saying?
yeah,
So,
were
you
you
know?
working on you,
You
or
know what I'm
working on
saying?
top of people? What was going on?
all of the above.
All of the
All of
above?
the
Okay.
above. You know, we
Okay.
was living those days for sure. I was taking care of my kids and I was and doing the single thing. And it was great. And what was also great about it, I mean, honestly, like I really lived that life for a little bit because I never lied to nobody. I never, you know, led nobody on. Like, this is what I'm doing. You know, I have my own place. No, you cannot live with me. No, you know, this is, you know, I'm out
you didn't
here.
let
I'm
nobody move
outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. And I never did it.
I have a question. Is that a thing for men? Because I know women will often, you know, let their man live with them.
Oh, yeah.
Do men ask women to move in with them?
Okay.
Do you know any of your friends? Tell me that. Can
Yes.
you-
Yeah, absolutely.
more than 5?
And speak for
I don't know if it's
yourself.
5.
Like, come on now.
I don't know if it's 5, but
Like
what
2?
happens is, like, I could talk for myself when I was single,
Mhm.
almost every girl I talked to or dated tried to stay over or tried to leave something there to claim, like, excuse me, I don't, you know how like a puppy has to like use the bathroom to mark their territory. Everybody tried to mark their territory. They leave a bra, they leave a bracelet, they leave an earring, something, or they get tired. Oh, it's time to go. Oh, I live so far. I don't know if the bus is running. Like, that would happen all the time.
Not the buzz.
And
Come
it was just like, yo, you know, whatever it was, you got to go.
So no sleepovers?
Once it
It
depends.
depends on the
Did we
woman. It
talk
depends
about
on
it?
who it
Like,
is.
it depends on right. It depends on the moment, how it was.
But
But-
I want to know, did you ask any of them
Never,
to move in?
Ever. I never asked anybody.
And
to
I
move
wanted
in.
to know how many of your friends actually asked the woman that they were dating to move in with them. Do you know
I
any
don't-
of those people?
I don't know if they asked them or not.
I don't
Now-
know if
now-
it's
not
a
a
little
thing for men,
different, right?
yeah.
Because I didn't, when I was dating and living my single life, I didn't know a lot of guys that was kind of like living on their own. You know, it was mostly
rare.
me living
For
on my
women.
own.
Right.
Mhm.
And then, of course, you know, we're more inclined to be like, oh, don't leave, stay. And then
Mhm.
next thing you know, it's like weeks,
Right.
Right. Now
Right.
he live here. Now he got mail coming.
right? And
Like,
you're not paying no rent.
right. Like
Right.
homosexual.
Mhm.
Right.
It's very rare, very rare, and even in my case, it was rare. So you know, they had that, and it was just
Damn,
like,
she can't even spend a night. Okay.
yeah, no, I wasn't with that. I wasn't with the spending night. I
Send
wasn't
home
with
in a
pop-ups
cab or
either.
something.
Oh no, pop-ups is not fun, but not even a sleepover. Damn, like Okay.
We had to talk about it. Look,
We
I'm
gotta
calling
talk
that
about it.
Uber. At that time, I lived in Bed-Stuy, alternate side street parking. I'm not moving
Calling
my
Brown and
car.
Brown.
Yeah, you gotta, the car ain't being
Jefferson
moved.
TNT. You calling TNT?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You knew this coming into the situation. So,
Apple.
I don't know this, Mike. I really
You're
don't.
like, I don't know
That's
that
different
one.
me.
I never
You
met that
skipped those
one.
10 years, girl. Do y'all watch porn together?
Yeah.
We do.
I
We
think
do,
it's
but
on.
mostly like, because we don't. I mean, we honestly only watch it like when we go on vacation and stuff like that. Like,
oh, it's a vacation thing.
yeah, I got the little
It's a
bag.
special moment
I
thing,
packed the
right?
bag. We got the toys and the outfits, and I packed the DVD player,
Not the old school DVD.
the old school DVD player with some DVDs, and
That's Mike be packing that first.
Yeah.
Mike packs that first.
that's when we go on
Like,
vacation.
it's vacation time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We keep it going.
There's something about him. He just likes it playing in the background. Like throughout the vacation, it just has to be playing on both TVs or whatever. So
Go out to the
we
swimming
watch
pool,
it.
come back in, and it's on the TV. It's just
Oh
like,
my
okay.
gosh.
Yeah, but I'm
Like
very
that.
specific about the type,
Oh,
okay. Like, and it's about the girl.
Because it's not always sexy, right? You gotta
like she has to kind of be shaped like me. Like if she's too big or she's too skinny, I'm like, oh, what is
and
this?
no white woman, I'm assuming.
No white,
no white man.
No
Oh my
pink.
gosh, that's not going to happen. And
not with the pink stuff.
If she's too like inebriated,
okay,
it becomes a problem. Got to turn it off.
Oh my gosh.
She starts talking about, I wonder this girl's background.
That's
I wonder
where,
what made her get
exactly.
into this.
This is why the point for me.
Like, oh my
yeah,
God.
the point for me is
I
like
ain't
you
wanna watch
gotta
this shit no more.
you gotta keep me at a certain level because my mind will go crazy. I'm like, she don't even want to do that. Look at her.
He's like, look at her face. She's on something.
Yup, they forced her. She has to do it. She got to pay a debt, something, and then it's a wrap.
I love this. So it sounds like when y'all go on vacation, y'all having a real adventure. So on these adventures on vacation, are y'all dabbling in threesomes?
No, but I wanted to say that's on the marriage bucket list.
Okay.
It is. But every time I think about it, I'm like, can I really? Nah, I don't think I could. It's like a fantasy of mine, but I talk about it a lot. And he'd be like, yeah, whatever.
So is it another woman or are you cool with another dude? And
no, I wouldn't do another dude.
Okay.
No. One dig in the room.
Okay.
That's me.
Copy. Very specific. Lisa.
Yes, ma'am.
If your husband granted you a whole pass for the night to be with any celebrity crush that you wanted to be with.
Oh, he gonna get me. You gonna get me in trouble.
I think
Would
I know.
you do
I think
it?
I know.
Would I
already.
do? Would I do it? No, I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, right.
I would. But if in my
Right.
dreams, if I could do it.
No, this is real life.
Right? Fantasy.
Mike, if she gave you a whole pass to be with any of your celebrity crushes, would you?
If I got the hall pass, so yeah.
Who would you have a night with?
I got the whole pass.
Shit. I don't
Yeah,
know.
who is it?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. You know exactly who it is. You got a whole pass. Go ahead and answer the question.
I don't know, cause I don't know. No,
I know exactly.
I
He
know
would.
who it would have
know who
been,
it
but
is?
it's not that anymore. Cause you're gonna say Ashanti,
It's gonna be Ashanti.
but it's not her anymore. I don't know. It's
You got a new
fell
crush?
off. No, I don't have anybody no more. So that's what I'm saying. Like it would have been her,
Okay.
but it's
For
not
me,
her
it would
anymore.
definitely be Method
Method
Man.
I knew he was gonna say that,
100%.
but you know,
Because he has stayed fine.
He's
For a long
gorgeous.
time.
He's still gorgeous. Yes. What are your top, Lisa? What are your top 3 things that you would say to maintain a happy, healthy marriage?
Happy, healthy marriage. Just choose your battles, right? You don't have to be right about anything. You don't have to be right? That would be 1. 2, just keep having sex.
Scheduled sex or?
I mean, if it has to be scheduled, then schedule it.
Yeah.
Right? Because sometimes life does take you away. And then, you look up, it's been weeks and it's like, this is not it. Right? Because I don't know about you, but like, it just puts me in a better mood. Like I'm able to take on more responsibility. It's like everything just feels okay after like a really good session with my husband.
Okay.
Like it feels like it's okay. Everything will be all right. And 3, just keep, I would say keep telling each other you love each other, but that's because my love language is words of affirmation.
Mhm.
His is touch. So
Okay.
it just pour into each
Okay.
other. That would
Mhm.
be my 3.
Those
Top
are
3.
good. Yes, yes. So definitely sex, pick your battles, and
Mhm.
words of affirmation. Just
Yeah, whatever that love
Mhm.
language is for your partner.
And what are your top 3?
What's up for yo? I'm sorry, something was just playing in my head. Like going back, I just want to apologize to anybody who took offense to my joke earlier about
What?
the women who were married who's single now.
Oh my God.
It was a joke.
They forgot about that.
It was a
Nobody,
joke.
nobody
I was
cares.
joking. That's all. We take advice from everybody. It was all jokes. So the top 3 joints was. I'm sorry. What was the question again?
You
Oh
see,
my
this
gosh,
is
it
this
just made
is
my chest
him.
hurt.
This
What
is
are your
him.
top 3 things to maintaining a happy, healthy marriage?
Like sex
Uh-huh.
for sure. Listening to each other.
Mhm.
And my thing is like it's listening is an art. It's not listening and waiting for the other person to finish speaking.
Mhm.
It's listening.
So you can go be like, la, 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 la.
Right. Listening, comprehending, taking it in, and putting it into action. You know, so I was sex, listening to each other, and if I had to say a third thing is supporting each other.
Mhm.
Right. I like that one.
You know.
Always be building something.
Mhm.
Always be building something.
That's super important in any relationship, whether you're married, you in a long-term relationship. If you're not building together,
Right.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Right.
Where are you going?
Yep.
You're always going to just stay here. You're never going to progress beyond that point if you're not talking about building something
Exactly.
together. And that's not going to
100%.
Somebody in a relationship has to not want to stay here.
Mm-hmm.
No matter where you reach, somebody has to want to go higher, you know, and hopefully you have the partner that's not comfortable staying here and they're gonna go higher with you.
Right.
Like even if it's your dream, like,
Mhm.
okay, look, I'm comfortable here, but I'm gonna support you going higher.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna take no offense to that in any
Mhm.
way, shape, or form, or feel no type of way. But I'm comfortable here. You know, I'm comfortable making $5 million a year. You want to make, we both making 5. You want to make 10. Go ahead. You know, I'm gonna do that. And you got to be comfortable with that. And a big thing with relationships is ego, man. It's not just relationships, it's life, especially as you get older, man. It's ego. You know, I used to have the biggest road rage in the world. I don't have that shit no more because it's just like, yo, it's ego. Because a few 5 minutes from now, a minute from now, I'm not even gonna see you again for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have to win this horn battle with you or this cursing out battle with you. So it's ego, and that shit it weighs on you for the rest of your day. It takes over your day. So once you realize that I don't have to win every battle, she said this earlier, you know, because my ego don't need it.
Right.
You get so much further. You accomplish so much more because you're not playing on or weighing down on stupid shit that ain't matter before. You know?
But I think it takes a lot of maturity and growing and doing some self searching, because if you're in a relationship and you may want to reach here and that person is comfortable, but if you are not on the same level and you're just like, I want to stay here, you can go do whatever you want, but I'm not going to support it.
Right.
I'm not going to help. That's not going to work out.
It's
That
not gonna work
relationship
out.
is going to crash and fail.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's facts.
mhm.
And then you brought up
100%.
therapy earlier. Like, you know, she
Mhm.
said it depends. She rather, you know, the therapy with the circle of friends. And that's dope. That's great therapy too.
Mhm.
But I just think therapy is good. I do therapy. I do
Good.
therapy weekly basis. So,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? And I'm not crazy. It's nothing wrong with me or nothing like that. I just think, you know, there's nothing wrong with having someone outside the box or the circle to speak to talk to, you know, and that's the one person you're going to keep it real with. You're not going to lie or, you know, or try to make us fudge a story in your direction or something like that. So, you know, I love going to therapy, and I always recommend it, especially for black men.
Exactly.
Black men, go to therapy. Do therapy. Like,
How has it helped you in your life? How long have you been going to therapy?
long time. I've been going to
More
therapy
than
for
5
like
years?
probably like 4 or 5 years,
Okay.
but it's been off and on.
Okay.
You know, it's been off and on. Right now, I'm doing it again,
Mhm.
just because, you know, I get to those points where it's just like, yo, you know what, I'm gonna start doing it again, and then when I start, I go on for like a year or so. I take a little break, you know, because it's a weekly thing. You know, before COVID, it was in person. Post COVID, it's over the phone.
Mhm.
So, you know, as black people, like that's something I always wanted to say. Get therapy. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mhm.
A lot of kids out here need therapy because of social media. You know, get therapy. Get therapy. I just want to say that.
Yes, I'm co-signing that. Get
Yeah.
therapy. Black men get
Nothing wrong with
therapy.
it.
Black families get therapy.
Strong as
Black
shit.
relationships,
Yep.
couples get the help that you need. But it helps you show up, it helps you to show up and be better for Lisa, to be better for
Absolutely.
your children, to be a better friend, to first you.
If I didn't have therapy,
Uh-huh.
we probably wouldn't be married right now. Because
Really?
the way
That's the
that
first
the
I've
way
heard you
that
say
I
that.
was early in our relationship, because again, you go through these peaks and valleys, and one time we was in a valley, it was just really bad, and just the therapy just helped me cope with that.
What you talking like when
and
we
again, it comes with the ego thing.
Mhm.
It's an ego thing. So it's a lot of things that that we both had to grow together, and it was certain ways that she wasn't feeling at a time, and she may have dealt with something some way, and I dealt with it different ways.
Uh-huh.
And my way was therapy.
Okay.
My way was therapy to get through it. So that was it.
Mm-hmm.
So that I say therapy is good, man. Look, man, you strong. You still a strong black man, all right? Trust me on that. Nobody ain't telling me shit. So that's that.
I love it.
And
Go to
I will say, wives, girlfriends, partners, when your man is on that phone for a good 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, just let him be in the other room, because
Well, you mean while he's having his therapy session?
Right, while he's having his therapy session, Mike does not like me in the room. And you know what? I don't want to be in the room.
Right,
because, let him have his moment to talk it out, because it's going to be beneficial for both of you.
Absolutely.
So don't be eavesdropping.
At any point in your marriage, if you feel like you're falling out of love, starting to lose interest in Mike sexually, just can't stand the sight of him, are you going to have that conversation with him, or are you just going to?
No, I'm gonna have the conversation with him. I will. I'm the talker. I'm the sharer. I have emotions and feelings, and I need to talk about everything. So he'll know for sure how I'm feeling in every moment, every single moment. So would you tell me that?
Right.
I'm gonna be honest. My answer to that question is I think I've reached a point in my life where it doesn't really matter. I don't think I can fall out of love with her.
Oh, you sound
sweet. Okay, girl.
You see why I married him?
Okay.
I don't think I could. Like I can't. Like I was trying to think of a scenario what could happen, and it's just like, besides cheating or something like that. It's like I can't see. Disease, sickness, health, wealth. It doesn't matter. Like, why would I fall out in love with her? Nah, like it's not gonna happen. We partners for life.
We are partners for life.
Heart. So, Mike, if you discover, first of all, are the phones locked in your home, like your cell phone?
Yeah, it's locked.
Can she pick up? Oh,
both our phones is locked.
Right.
Okay.
It's not locked against her. It's just locked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Can she answer your phone?
She does it all the time.
I'll pick up his phone.
She does it all the time. And she does it under the sky. I'm looking at pictures. I'm going and
No, you know what it is. Like if there's something happening, right? Or his mom is calling, or our son is calling, I pick up, right? It's just natural for me to just go to different apps and pictures. I'm not going through his phone. I'm not.
My wife.
That was back in the day.
My wife will.
I'm not doing it.
Say she answered the phone like my mother or something. When she gets off the phone, because my wife is I'm a paperholic, but she's a phoneaholic. She'll get off my phone and go on Instagram like it's her phone and be scrolling. I'll be like, yo, what you doing?
Right. And sometimes I'm like, wait, this is not my feed. Who are these people?
Okay.
Like,
look similar? Okay.
No. It's just
Oh, no, they don't. Thanks for the clarity.
I don't. Like, I completely trust my husband. I do. So
okay.
Right. And I honestly don't think she does it on some. If she does, it's good. But I don't think she does it on some snooping shit. She's just a phoneaholic. So like I just watch her sometimes and she'll answer, and then all of a sudden I'm just sitting there looking and you're scrolling. And I'm like, yo, that's not your page. That's my page.
Liking, commenting.
And I don't she does that too. She's liked and shit from my shit too. But I don't pick up her phone. I just don't.
Okay. So
but he could. He could 100%.
What if one day you pick up Lisa's phone, and do you have a good relationship with your baby daddy?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. Not at all.
How about your ex-husband? Do you still speak to him?
I don't really have relationships with my exes at all. He's probably the only ex that I kept in touch with, semi kept in touch with.
Do you think it's a bad idea?
I don't. I think you can be friends, you know, with people that you've dated. Like I am friends with people I've casually dated, right? But if we've gotten into like
Intimate,
serious relationships, like marriage and having children, no.
Okay.
But I think you can be friends with people that you've dated 100%. And come to think about it, like if I seen some guys that I've dated before, Mike, I say hello. We can chop it up. Like I'll give you a hug. Like what's up? Let's get a drink. All of that.
Okay.
I don't know if he'll be happy about that, but I'm quite comfortable.
Okay.
In that way.
Is it okay for her to have these friendships with past?
Nah. Nah, I don't know. Unless we there together, and even if we there together, like we doing some Martin and Gina type shit where.
From the time Mike hears, oh, we went on a date, or I kissed him back in the day. That's it. He's on the
he's on a no-fly list.
That's it.
Fly with us,
and now we gotta go.
Yeah, out of here. Sorry. Nah, he's on a no-fly zone.
Okay, how's your relationship with your ex-wife and your children's mother?
No, I don't have a bad relationship. We didn't. Of course, again, everything has to be worked out. I want to say everything was running through the roses. It wasn't that at all. But I just don't have that baby mama drama.
Okay.
I don't have that story.
All right, because your ex-wife, y'all have the kids together.
Right.
Okay, so it's just the one.
Yeah, it's just the one. So, it was never no drama there. It was never no drama here.
How's the relationship with you and her?
I don't know if we have one, right? It's cordial, like, hey, hello, what's up? If we're at graduations or whatever.
Okay.
Like in the beginning, she was trying to like go out and get a drink or something like that. And I thought that was kind of weird because I've never experienced it before. Not because she wasn't being genuine, but I've never experienced that. And I was like, what's going on here? I thought, antennas up, like what's going on? Right. I don't know. But right now it's just like, hello, whatever.
I wonder why is that? I want to do a test actually, but why is it that we can't have relationships as women with our husbands, ex-wives, or children's mothers? Why can't we be?
I think because there's like feelings there. You know what I'm saying? Like in the beginning, and
you mean like the ex had feelings still.
Right. I do think so. And listen, I don't have to be right about that, but in the beginning, I thought that there was a little something there, but I'm so confident in myself. Like I don't get jealous like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Unless he is showing that person attention, but like another woman, nah. Like I'm where it's at.
So if you discovered that Mike was having inappropriate conversations with his ex-wife,
it would be a problem.
Okay.
It would be a problem. We'll probably definitely need that marriage counseling because
now we need counseling.
Yeah, because then the trust is broken and it's so hard to get that back.
Because now the conversation changes. That's when we get into cheating stuff or stuff that's inappropriate. But as long as you're in the up and up, it's just I just think the all that other stuff can be worked out when you get to this point, But once you get into cheating and you get into those lines, that's when everything else changes.
It gets a little crazy, especially after you get married. Like, come on now. You done went in front of your family, your friends, God himself to declare your... but
it does happen.
I think because we married so, I don't want to say late in life, but we weren't a young couple per se. Like, you doing that now? Like, come on. Like you should have got that out of your system so long ago. So I think that's the difference for me.
Is that a deal breaker for both of you, like infidelity?
For me, yeah, absolutely, 100%.
So if she had some indiscretions, are you able to forgive her?
No. Now?
Yeah.
No. Nope.
And that's where we're different, right? Because I think as a Libra in me, I can understand where people fall short of being a perfect human. So if he were to get beside himself and lose his mind, I couldn't say for sure that I'm like gonna say, oh, it's over. I have too much love for him, and it would just kick in for me to try to understand, like, what were you thinking about in that moment? I mean, it would take a while for me to get there, but People aren't perfect.
That's so interesting. I always ask men and women the same question, and men always like, no.
Mm-hmm.
And women like, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I want to know why. I want to analyze. I want to explore.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
They can't
like I
answer
said, like that's why I said at this point right now,
Yeah.
like no, we've been married for too long. Like I personally, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
So at what point, if y'all wasn't married, then you would consider it?
Like
When we
first
trying to
starting dating, stuff
figure
like that.
stuff out.
Yeah, that's different. You know,
If y'all were together
shit
5
happens.
years, then she dipped out.
We weren't married yet.
Yeah, no.
Again, we weren't married yet. We weren't married. Shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Shit might happen.
So
But
potential there. If
Yeah.
y'all weren't married, y'all were dating 5 years, it's a possibility you would have forgiven her.
possibility. It still would have been difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm telling you, definitively no.
There you
But,
go.
but dating, it might even 5 years. It still would have probably been no, but it might have been impossible that opens a discussion because we're not married yet. You know, we're not married, and a lot of women out here, say they're single until they marry.
Do you?
They are single until they're married. I think so.
I don't agree with that.
Now that I'm in a marriage, you're single until you're married. You are.
And the reason I don't agree with that because if you live your life as you're single until you're married, right? Like women think, you know how women have that women intuition?
Mm-hmm.
They think men don't have that intuition. We do. So like you play that single shit until you marry and you want that man and you're still playing single, he's going to treat you like that. That's how the relationship's going to be. Period.
I don't believe in being a wife to anybody that's not your husband. You know what I'm saying? Like if he hasn't shown you that husbandly character in him, you know, y'all could be working towards it or whatever, but he has to like get on his knee and propose to you and say like, this is real. Like I want to be in your life. I want to build with you. And if he is going to take 10 years, 7, even 5 years to figure that out, as old as we are, like who got the time?
Girl, I don't know, not me. But question. So how long does it take for a man or woman to know like this is my person?
It could happen right away. It could take a long time. It could be a slow
What's a
build.
long time?
It could take years. Like you could be with somebody. Like here's the thing.
Lisa's shaking her head.
It
no.
don't take
Who's
years.
like, no.
It don't.
It all depends. Like sometimes you're with somebody and you could take that person for granted, and you out here and you still messing around until you on the verge of losing that person, and you realize like, yo, wait a minute, I'm bugging the fuck out.
Okay,
this is my person, and you take them seriously. But there's the other person where you meet off the bat, and you just know, like. You know, even the first night when we got back together that night, when we went on that date, we kind of knew that night that this wasn't for play.
Yeah.
You know, we knew that we made a decision that night. We so much knew it wasn't for play that we was like, yo, this time around, let's wait 3 months to have sex. And we did that.
Yeah, we did.
We waited 3 months to have sex.
All right,
We were like, let's just
and it was hard because we had already had sex.
Right.
You know, and it was like
so it was difficult.
what's the point of this right here? But
it was dope building.
Yeah,
it was dope building and
not rushing into it.
Not rushing being friends for that. I'm not recommending that shit for everybody. I'm not saying that, you know, but it was a thing we decided. We decided it that night.
But you guys lived, you both were married, divorced, had children, experienced things. You lived in Florida, moved back to New York. So your perspective is just like different when you
right. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't take long for you to know.
Doesn't. I don't agree with that as well. It doesn't take 10 years, 20 years, 15 like you.
Yeah.
Listen, you
the one.
What are you doing?
Right. And it's all about where that man is, right? And that woman is in her life. It's really about the person. I know it sounds so cliche, but it's really about the person. He was ready to be married when
not everybody
got back together.
Ready, and some people can't be honest because some people genuinely don't believe in marriage or don't desire to be married, but they love a relationship.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No, that's a fact.
But another person wants to be married and they desire this, like don't hold them hostage.
I will say that
that's not fair.
One thing I have experienced in my life is that men, and I don't like to talk in generalities, but I'm going to say it, they will tell you exactly where they are in the relationship. And I've been subject to not hearing what the person is saying,
like, were we listening?
or feeling like I'm so much the bomb that I could change him and make him. And it's like, nah, he's telling you, sis. He's telling you. It don't matter. You could be Beyonce, and if he ain't ready, he's just not ready.
He's just not ready, or will never be ready.
Exactly.
It could be who?
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
The queen.
Just, and making her wait. I think I asked you that already. Did you guys bring any of your single habits into your marriage?
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
Is that a good
I'm
thing?
I'm very friendly.
Okay.
Very flirty, very touchy, you know, just in general. I used to be, at least. I had to cut that out, you know, because I didn't notice. I didn't notice until my friends, like I've had friends pull me aside early in the relationship with Mike and be like, girl, you just doing way too much. Like, that you with him, right? And I'm like, yeah, why? And because you like this and you like that. And I'm like, oh, I had no idea.
Have you witnessed that?
Absolutely.
And how did that make you feel?
There's a couple of cats' heads I was about to take off, like, or angry nights, you know, where, you know, there's a lot of those the rocky times, you know, where come home, you know, from the party, I'm smiling and all that shit there, but when you come home, don't talk to me. You know, I saw the shit. You know, like
and I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm networking.
So it was that, and then you know, it's a balance, and you learning your person and all that other stuff. So yeah, definitely witness that. Oh, but when you said single habits, now I get what you're saying though.
Yeah, like,
so no, I didn't bring anything in. I ain't bring
no single habits.
I just am who I am, and I've always been that person. I'm kind of standoffish. No, I'm not standoffish. That's not the word. I'm quiet. So. Because I'm very personable. Okay. Once we start talking, but I'm quiet. So it's like, you know,
what's your sign?
Pisces.
What month?
February. So like, you know, I've always I don't think I have anything that
no, I don't think so either.
Okay.
Not single-ish. That was me.
Yeah.
That was me.
Lisa, but you just scaled back.
No,
that,
100%.
Okay.
Complete 180. Complete
Good.
180. To the point I didn't even know myself no more.
Oh, she's telling the truth. Okay.
But it was hard to do that because it was me.
Natural, right? And that was part of your personality. So
for a while I was upset in the relationship because I felt like I couldn't be myself, you know.
But now you understand.
Now I understand. Now I understand.
Because
especially
if Mike was doing that. What you were displaying, how would you?
I guess I don't. You know, like I guess I don't.
She would.
Right.
She would.
Okay. Okay.
How important is it to keep up with date night?
Oh,
date night.
Important. That is very,
When's
very
the last
important.
date and who planned it?
We're on it right now.
This is date night for us, y'all.
No, seriously, we're celebrating our anniversary week. So like we're on a staycation right now.
Okay.
We decided not to go away. So like we are just into each other for the
our date nights have evolved. Now we're doing staycations
So,
where we used to be jet setting all over the place, but you know,
so it's just us.
Oh, even okay.
You know, we
empty house.
This is probably our fourth bottle or fifth bottle of champagne for the day.
He's mostly drinking.
All right, I like it. I like it.
It's all day. So we're on one right now.
Okay.
And it's for the weekend.
Yeah, but it's different. Again, I think we're just in a different part of our marriage where, you know, in the beginning, we would really just fly coast to coast. You know, that's the date night. Right, you know, us traveling and just doing all kinds of expensive restaurants and just living that life. And now it's like we have a house, right? We got
mortgage.
We got a mortgage. We have our kids'
college,
daughter going to college, you know, one already graduated. But it's changed and it's evolved. So we get it in this way because we aren't able to do it in the way that we used to.
I like that. So who is a better date planner? Is it Lisa? Is it Pyro?
I think Mike is better at planning dates.
That would definitely be me.
He's definitely the planner when it comes to planning dates.
What's the best date he ever planned for you?
Oh my God, it was my birthday. How old was I turning? Maybe 29. It was called Lisa K in the Cities. That was the name of my birthday.
Wait, say
Lisa
it
K,
again.
because my last name, maiden name is King.
Okay.
So Lisa K and the Cities. It was like on the cake. He got my friends involved, everything. We had like a happy hour. And one of you, what was the name of that place downtown Brooklyn? Anyway, it doesn't matter. So we did that, and then we went to California and stayed there for a couple of days, and then flew all the way to Florida and stayed there for a couple of days, and then came home. But it was just like, we're flying coast to coast, and we're doing what we got to do. And Mike is always the type to go above and beyond. Like our room was crazy. The Hollywood sign was right there. We were just in. It was just a lot of. It was a lot of fun.
Like sweeping you right on off your
like, I know.
About to be my husband.
No,
That's it. That's it. It was a no-brainer. Will you marry me? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. No, it was
love
good.
It. Black love. So, what advice do you have for married couples, Pyro?
What advice I have for married couples? Just stay true to each other. Be real with each other. Love each other. Never stop caring about that person, and never ever take each other for granted. That's very, very important. You start taking each other for granted, you get comfortable. That's when people get unhappy. Just don't take each other for granted.
Yeah.
Keep building.
What advice do you have for single people looking to get married?
Don't force it. Take your time.
Advice? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't force it. You're gonna know when you meet that person. You're gonna know right off the bat, right? And even when you know off the bat, you still don't force it. You still don't force it, because you may know and things may change after. Just take your time with it. As you get older, we with older friends and stuff. People like, yo, I got to do this now. You don't. You absolutely don't. You take your time. You build with that person. And it's gonna happen. Like whatever's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. If it happens fast, it happens fast. Like,
should it be a time frame though?
No, absolutely not.
Because how some people be like, "This is too quick," and
there's no
like,
time frame on it. The thing about it is though, you just have to. You don't know a person until you've been with a person for a long time. That's a fact, right? But you have to know a person enough, and that can happen really quick. That I can tolerate this person. I'm going to find out some shit about this person down the line. Will I be able to tolerate that and still live with this person for the rest of my life?
Right.
And if that's the case, then yes, you move ahead. You move ahead with it. Absolutely. So no, there's no time frame on it. None. Don't let nobody tell you it's too long or too short. No.
What advice do you have?
For the married couples, I mean, aside from God, your partner comes first. It's you and your partner. You guys are the team. You're the majority. You make the decisions. That's what goes. Of course, aside from God. For my single ladies out there, one thing that I will say, if you are looking for that person, you want to get married, like it really begins with you. Like you have to hold your value. Don't ever doubt the fact that, oh, will I get married? Yes, you will. And you move according to that mindset. Like never ever think, oh, maybe it's not going to happen for me. Yeah, it will. It will. And men can smell it. When you're confident, you're secure, and you know that you are a wife and you deserve that. Don't accept anything less, because some people just don't deserve you, and you have to recognize that, right? And it's okay. It's okay. As far as I forgot the question, that was pretty much it.
All the points. It was about like what advice you have for like single people looking to get married, and what advice would you give married couples?
Okay, so the single people again, I disagree with my husband on the time frame. It's like, especially if you 30 plus, come on. We know what it is. Like, are we building or aren't we? And you have to be okay with letting it go if it's not, because if it's meant to be, it'll come back around. It will.
Do it really? Like,
it can.
Really
I mean, it can. It may be in a different body, but whatever it is, what's for you will be for you, and no one can take that away.
You know how people always say, like, way back in the day, it didn't work out. Maybe it ended badly. And then now this person is pursuing you again.
You just never
I was
know.
already like,
I just feel like
Right.
you just never
Right.
know. People grow. This is life's journey. Like you have to go through things to appreciate it the second time around. Like I
Mhm.
don't think if
I guess if
we
they really truly changed, you notice the change.
It's about you.
It's
I'm
about
like,
It's about
change.
you.
It's about
It's
how.
about
Like
you.
what happened before you spun around the block.
Mm,
What happened the first time we went around the block and how it ended. Like
right.
with us, like it wasn't a break. It wasn't a bad thing.
Mm,
We didn't hate each other. So
okay.
it was easier for us to come back around the block. But other people, if you spin around the block sometimes, if you left that person like as a cheater, abuser, or
Mm.
this or that,
Okay, if we're talking abuse,
more than likely,
that's where we cross the
they
line.
they ain't changed that much. You know what I'm saying? Like people do change, but they ain't changed that much. So, you can give a person a second chance, but you gotta know where to hold them. You gotta put up your boundaries until you see what's up. Because them spots might be there, but it all depends on how it was. Because spinning around the block, and my experience, and with my friends,
Uh-huh.
a lot of the time spinning around the block don't work. It don't work.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. You disagree?
I do. I do. I mean, only because I'm optimistic and I think that people do change. They do if they want to. And people gonna give you what they think you deserve. And it's up to you to know your value and what you'll accept.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's it.
so I like that. I feel like before we end this show, a lot of the times we often say like people change. Can they change? Yes, anybody can change, but it's like, are you improving? Like that time you changed a little bit, but did you improve?
Mm-hmm.
The things that you needed to improve in order for you to be back with me or with whomever it is. Like what's going on? Because some people really don't improve their lives. Like, oh, I changed. Like I still drink, but I drink less.
Right. Yep. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. Right.
It's a big difference. So like people get that like frost up, I feel like a lot of the times. But I really appreciate you guys being
thank you
on
for
my
having
show.
us.
I want to say congratulations again
Thank
on the
you.
home 5-year marriage.
Thank you.
May God continue to bless your union.
Appreciate ya.
Yeah, this is episode 15. Okay. Sometimes the grass is greener. Okay. This is the Now What podcast. Bye.
See ya.